Hey Isidro, okay, let's take a look. And you had the written component there. Yeah, I read through that. I really like this piece, the overlapping of this darker shape. There's a lot of movement. I come down, I'm catapulted over, I hit this, and we're bouncing back and forth between this kind of trapped element here. And all of these things kind of coming in and breaking and, collapsing. And you have this overarching kind of structural, it's not subdivided in the sense that this yellow isn't subdivided into like a foreground and a background with dark and light, but you've created this big kind of like bounded by these two red vertical bars, and then within that you have this kind of commentary going on, this dialogue between these black shapes, and then this kind of almost calligraphic kind of a purple form, purplish blue, complementary colors. The red and the red and yellow and black is really really powerful color combination. I think this composition works better for me than this. Here's Wonder. I think I read this really fast. So I come in, you've got this glowing kind of like hallucinogenic, bright, vivid, 60s poster kind of coloration, which is great, but then we have this black kind of roof, right? And then these things coming down. And I think what happens is I read these up and down really fast. They kind of go back. I go back and forth between this and these things happening in between. And of course, it's very flat. We don't go back at all. Let me see here. We have overlapping here. We don't, they're both very flat and graphic, right? I think one thing that works for me here is the difference in scale. We have small and we have bigger, and we have these almost like, feels like huge girders, right? And then the huge and then the smaller ones. So there's a lot of scale going on, right? And here, it's almost like this is the same size as these grouped together. The masses are kind of the same. Even this blue is almost the same as this black. So imagine that you didn't have this black pyramidal structure and it was just black sky, right? I think that would work because I wouldn't go up and then get caught up over in this little eddy over here and here. Now imagine that this shape was either coming up from behind this pink wall so that we had to go back behind this pink wall, and these things were coming out and then dropping down. And I'd have to read the Wonder again. Hold on a second. Certainty and unknown. Okay. Fluttering shards. Okay. So all these things mean something. But it's kind of like words. A lot of words mean things and you put them together into a poem, and they have to be constructed in the right way. I love this shape. This green kind of weird butterfly shape. Origami, right? I kind of miss that. I get it here, I get it here, and I get it here. Maybe there's too many of these elements. Maybe if mentally, if I edit out this, and this, and then I have a little bit more breathing room, and then these wonderful origami shapes are fluttering down. Although I do like it if they're all somewhat different, right? There is a dialogue going on between this blob and this blob, right? Almost like mother and child. But it's a completely different kind of a narrative in a way. I just think you've got some interesting elements in here. I don't know if they're put together in the right way. I mean, I almost want to remove this orange star structure and get it out of the way and then see what happens with just the black triangle, just the origami shapes floating down, and then maybe these two things. Blue shape really feels like it wants to get a little bit bigger and maybe come out over in here. All right, so anyway, good job, great written component. Keep it up. I'll see you in the next assignment.